So I'm here with BTCC driver Chris Stockton. Now Chris, last year you tried to be in the sport, but you didn't quite make it.
No, Lewis, and we're glad that we were patient, to be honest. It's partly financial and partly we are very much a part-time team, as in we've got 10 members, but they all have other commitments as well, and it's just taken a lot of time to get it all together and to get the right bits in it. And today is a typical example. There's still two things that have gone wrong, which are teething problems, but at the end of the day we now need mileage, and that's what we're going to do. We're off to Silverstone tomorrow. We'll go direct from here. That was the backup plan if we didn't get enough mileage here. You can see outside now it's raining as well, so there's only a limited amount of dry, if at all, if we get any more dry running. So Silverstone, here we come, and some more miles. It's all about mileage now for us.
Now, have you done much pre-season testing?
The only test that car's done is it was taken to an airfield just down the road from RML to blast up and down the runway, basically to get the mapping set out and to see what gremlins popped up in the steering, the brakes, just to give it a shakedown. So it's had one shakedown only, and then today there's been two issues. One which is a fly-by-wire issue with the throttle going over 104%, which basically cuts the engine back down to tick over. So that's been sorted. And then the second one was a collar on an exhaust has cracked, which again is just teething problems. They're custom-made parts, and at the end of the day, there's only one way to find out if it all works: bring it to the track and run it.
It must be a nightmare for you having all those problems.
We don't actually, to be honest, those are too little. They're little problems. They're gremlin problems. They're not big issues. The engine hasn't fallen out of it. The gears work. The wheels have stayed on it. Fundamentally, it's gone well, albeit we've only had literally 4 or 5 laps of running. But we will get more. Literally, as soon as we finish this, they're bolting wet tyres on it now. And I'll jump in it.
Now, is there a reason you've gone with the Chevrolet?
Yeah, very good reason. It was built for Jason Plato. It was designed for Jason Plato. At the end of the day, RML built it to be a works car, and RML have pedigree to die for. They've won the last 3 World Touring Car Championships for starters, but if you go back for 20 years, they've won everything they've done. They have serious engineers, and they've put together a serious package, and we've followed pretty much probably 80% of their blueprint that they've done for that, including the engine. It's an RML engine as well. So that is why we went with RML, for their pedigree.
Do you think that this car's going to be more competitive?
It is very similar to what everybody else has got, Lewis. It is the same fundamentally. It's not the same in every dimension, but fundamentally everybody's got the same sort of kit now. So as soon as we get some mileage and get the feel for it and get it set up, they say there's a very small window for the setup on it, where basically if you're outside that window, the cars don't handle well and they don't give you a lap time. But it's finding that, as Jason says, sweet spot, and it is critical with these.
Now, do you have any targets for this season?
Target has always been to win a race. I mean, it's become extremely. You'd have to be arrogant to even think you're going to win in this championship. The way it's developed, it is serious. It's a serious championship now with 7 world champions or 7 ex-champions. But that still is the target. The target is to win a race. We're not just here to make the numbers up. Now, it's going to be difficult to begin with, we know that, and we're realistic, but our target hasn't changed. It is to win a race.
Are you going to be here long term or short term?
We're committed to this year, and we're committed to the BTCC. We've got a licence, and it is. We want to be here. As with everybody here, it is based around getting the funding to do it. It's not just personally paid for. We've got PowerMax who come on as title sponsors, Vramax, Ningbo.co.uk, AB Automotive. Got lots of sponsors this time, which again is a big difference between what's happened before and what's happened this time. Because the championship has developed and it is such a strong media mogul now, sponsors have been keen to actually come and join us, which is a turnaround really. So again, getting to the point to answer your question, yes, it's a long-term project.
Is there anyone in particular you would like to beat?
Whoever's in front of me that's in first place, I want to get past them. It doesn't actually matter whether it's Fabrizio, Jason Plato, the names. You could pick one of 20, probably one of 15 winners looking down the grid at the moment, and that might even be one of 20 by the time they've all got up to speed. So no, it's not personal. It's all about winning a race. I don't care who we get past. It's about getting ourselves up that grid, albeit it might be on the back to begin with, in the middle of the grid after 3 or 4 rounds. We just don't know. But, it is about winning. It's not just about being here.
Okay, thanks for your time, Chris, and I hope you all the best for this season.
Thank you very much. That's grand. Cheers.